Okay, this is Barney, right by the BWP, and it's interesting that the BWP has been down here, and they put these tow away signs, this is relatively recent. You know what? I never noticed, but during the daytime, because I only come here at night generally. Haven't been down here that often. It's like there's somebody there. Just obviously, I don't know if this has become like a homeless haven or a city or whatever, but clearly there's people who are just hanging out back there. You see the guy without his shirt on running around? I don't think you could probably see it. There's a guy back there who's just like running around this derelict. There he is. You see him again. He's running around this derelict building, and I'm assuming that he's trespassing. And he's probably the guy. Maybe he's the guy that lives over here. Some kind of a little enclave developing. But anyway, we see the guy here, and we see the guy over there. And I'm gonna try and be a little bit down low about the video because I know these guys tend to get a little angry when they're. The guy's pretty young, he's like a young guy, probably not that old. And he's looked like he was probably 25, 30, 25 max. So I'm just going to park for a second and just call it into Street Plus and see what they say. Maybe they're going to have something to say about it. Hey gang, so I wanted to give you some perspective here on how incredibly dangerous allowing homeless people is to roam around AmeriCold Logistics derelict vacant building. Okay, so I was just showing you a video where here's the pin drop, and you probably recognize from the pin drop, you see the front of that building where I was, where the camp was, the guy with the tent. And you can see over here that AmeriCold Logistics is this long building. It's this big building, and then you have this parking lot over here. And the guy that was running around with his shirt off is just walking around in here. Now, just to give you an idea, a perfectly nice lady, Patricia Wright, was homeless for some 20 odd years, and she used to live underneath the 5 freeway. And I tried getting her into a shelter. She never would go. And for years, she lived in her van. And one day, she just burned the van down. It was just an accident, I'm sure. But I'm guessing she was cooking inside her van or doing something, making food, whatever. And she didn't have electricity. So how do you get something to cook? You light a fire, I guess. I mean, I don't know her state of mind. So she ended up burning down her entire van. Now, you got two guys, at least a minimum of two guys that I could see. One has a camp, a little tent right here. He's got his tent right here in front. That was where his tent was. And then you've got a guy with the guy with his shirt off, just roaming around here. Now, just take a look. The Burbank Water and Power is right next door, and it's just feet away. And this mega zillion dollar facility, which is a beautiful facility. I mean, it's a very nice facility, beautifully made, and a very expensive power generation plant, is right across the street from this building. And we're letting homeless people roam around there. And if you don't know your history, there have been major fires in Burbank caused by homeless people starting fires. What would happen if this entire building caught on fire right next to our power plant? These homeless people, these meth and heroin addicts, these tweakers and addicts and inebriates all say they don't want help. We offer them help. They don't want help. Many, many times they're offered help. These people have problems. They have problems. Their mental illness is brought on by meth addiction and drug addiction. They're delusional because they've been doing so much drugs. It would not take much for there to be a major catastrophe in our city. Don't forget, what does a power plant fuel on? What's the fuel for a power plant? Natural gas, right? So we've got a natural gas power plant next to a derelict building with homeless people. Oh boy, we're just asking for trouble. This city needs to put their foot down and stop listening to all those, bleeding hearts who say how wonderful and nice these people are. They just need discount housing. That's not the problem. We have plenty of opportunity for housing. We are in serious danger if we let homeless people continue to live at AmeriCold Logistics, old derelict vacant building. One of these days a fire is going to break out and people in Burbank are going to lose their power station. That's what's going to happen. So we need to be very careful. Please call in and ask your city to abate this homeless problem. And the property owners at AmeriCold Logistics, please get rid of, figure out how they're getting in there and put up a bigger fence. Your 6-foot fence isn't going to stop anybody.